Hi Livia, this is Fancy, and I'm looking at your scale. And the first row has good vanishing boundaries, as does the last row. And the second to last row, row 6, has good vanishing boundaries between the green and the blue. And but there's still, you can see how the purple might be able to go a little bit lighter, so it vanishes well. And the yellow and the orange could go a little bit darker too, so that the yellow vanishes better with the green. And so the orange vanishes better with the magenta. And you can see the yellow doesn't vanish well with the orange as well. So the yellow can go quite a bit darker. Your yellow actually can go quite a bit darker fairly quickly. We always think that the yellow should kind of maintain its, what the hue family looks like all the way down, but in actuality it goes pea green pretty fast. So I usually say this the most indicative step of yellow is the second or third, and then it pretty much loses all its yellow characteristics by the fourth step for certain, sometimes even with the third step. If we squint our eyes and look, the vanishing boundaries for between the green and the cyan, I said blue, sorry, the green and the cyan work pretty well all the way down. The vanishing boundaries for the magenta and orange work well here, in the second row, but they start to, and it's okay, the third row, but it starts to separate in the fourth and fifth row. The yellow needs to again go pretty much darker all the way down. So it's usually this part of the scale, kind of this middle part, especially these lighter two that cause the most problems, and the purple. So once you get the vanishing boundaries working, but you follow the same kind of routine you find as you develop a scale, and then you make sure that you have what you think are equal value contrasts, and then you develop the scales to the right and to the left of it. So if you think that your green is working the best, then you move to the blue and then to the purple. Sorry, the cyan, and then to the purple. And then you move left through the yellow, the orange, and the magenta. And then you should be able to kind of take an overall look at your scale, and each row will kind of appear as a giant step if the vanishing boundaries are good. And then you can look at the equal value contrast all the way down. So I'm kind of squinting my eyes and looking at the value contrast all the way down. This is a very soft boundary between rows 1 and 2. It's a little bit harder here, but not much between 2 and 3. A little bit harder between 3 and 4. Then the hardest one right here is between 4 and 5, so there's kind of a bigger jump. So if this stays the same, this could go a little bit darker, and then you can see what this happens, and maybe this one can go, this one could go a little bit lighter, leaving this one could go a little bit darker, leaving this one as it is, and then you can see how it looks. So you've got big soft boundaries here at the top, and then kind of harder boundaries here and here. So you need to balance those out a bit.